One animal who's busily founding his own unconventional family is the zoo's secret weapon, Sosu. This gigolo pig has 3 partners and has fathered every piglet at the zoo.
So let me write them down. Make sure I've got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Sosu has had 11 successful piglets that have actually survived. Loads.
Sosu is a babirusa. Unusually for pig species, babirusa mothers only give birth to 1 or 2 babies at a time. So the zoo are keen to keep him on the job.
He's got a good role. He breeds with all the females and he gets moved around to different little homes. And yeah, I think he enjoys his role. Why wouldn't he? No, you're not coming in here. Sosu is amazing. He is just the biggest personality.
Armed with foot-long tusks, his terrifying appearance belies the truth.
He's probably the friendliest animal, I don't know, in the zoo. Good boy. I have definitely got a soft spot for him.
This type of pig is found only on the islands of Indonesia and is now vulnerable in the wild.
Their numbers are decreasing. I believe there's less than 5,000 left in the wild. So it's really important that we breed here at Chester.
A victim of his own success, Sosu's currently living alone because all the females have young babies.
In the wild, a male babirusa wouldn't stick around. The female wouldn't have him anywhere near her while she's giving birth. The female gets very stressed if we leave the male in. Once we left the female to just give birth on her own, that's when we had a light bulb moment. It was great success for us. Good boy.
Chester is the only zoo in Britain currently producing babirusa piglets and is key to the European breeding programme. So Sosu will be moving back in with an old flame, Meijin, in the hope that they can rekindle their spark.
I genuinely think they will be excited to see each other. They have got a really special relationship. They do seem to love each other. God, that sounds a bit sissy, but they do.
Meijin is back in season, but this time there's a piggy in the middle. 10-month-old Sula is still living with her mum.
Sula has never met her dad. She might be a bit scared at first because he can be a bit grumpy.
No one knows how Sosu or Sula will react to this first meeting. But one thing is certain, Sosu won't let anything get in the way of his mission.
Sosu will be just interested in one thing, and that's mating with Meijin.
Babirusa male Sosu is about to rejoin long-term partner Meijin. But in the wild, babirusa offspring wouldn't have contact with their fathers, so keepers are concerned about how Meijin's daughter Sula will react.
Sula is a very confident piglet, but she's never seen a male, and Sosu is, very different from what her mom is.
Sosu enters the house, but a gate separates him from Meijin and Sula.
Hey, girlie. Are you going to go back with your husband? The original pair, Sosu and Meijin.
Back together with me.
Yeah. Good boy.
It's the moment of truth, as keepers open the doors.
Good boy. Nice and steady. That's positive, really good interaction between mom and dad. It's okay, it's okay.
But Sula appears frightened.
Who's this scary man? Sula wasn't sure what on earth was going on. She hid behind mom a little bit. She wasn't sure what to make of this new individual in her environment.
Sosu seems frustrated.
Meijin will get in between Sosu if need be. She'll protect Sula.
As Mum and Dad noisily reunite, Sula's reached her limit. And with Sula out of the way, Sosu starts coming on strong.
That's a mating vocalisation. He clucks to the female. Sosu started clucking straight away. Yeah, as soon as they met, literally heads together, vocalising, sort of getting to know each other again.
But Mei Jin's in no mood for clucking. She seems more concerned about her daughter's welfare.
She's very frustrated. She's doing that noise, that's her going, no. She certainly is not interested in mating on the first day. She has Sula on her mind, she needs to protect her.
But as time goes on, Sosu's frustration with Sula grows and threatens to boil over. With Mei Jin stuck in the middle, keepers must come up with a plan to solve the family conflict before the situation turns dangerous. In babirusa families, older males live alone as bachelors to avoid any competition when courting a female. But Sosu is still struggling with competition of a different kind.
Sosu might have been a bit frustrated for a few days because Mei Jin's preoccupied with Sula, making sure that she's okay.
Sosu's continuing to take his frustration out on Sula.
Sosu just told Sula off. She obviously went for the same bit of food, probably. He wants first dibs on the apple. That's what he's doing, he's looking for the apple. She's had to learn to be careful around Sosu because he will chase her off the food. But she's just sort of sneaks around and picks up the little bits.
In the wild, Sula would leave her mother at around this age, so keepers decide to replicate what would happen naturally.
At around 13, 14 months of age, we would always move the piglets on. So Sula's at that age now.
It'll be the first time mother and daughter have been apart.
Even this morning when I was cleaning her out, I separated Mei Jin and Sula just very briefly, and Mei Jin did get upset. She didn't like it when Sula was not around.
As night falls, Mei Jin and Sula bed down together for the last time. Next morning,
Hey, girlies.
It's the day of the move.
You gonna say bye to Sula?
The last time Mum and daughter will ever see each other.
We usually do it at this age, but yeah, it's a little bit sad because they're really close with each other, but it's natural, it's what would happen in the wild, they would sort of disperse. I'm sure Sosu will be happy to have his Mei Jin all to himself, but I think Mei Jin's gonna miss Sula. Hey, hey. I think she's gonna be upset for a few days. She probably will go looking for her and but hopefully she'll be fine. She's a very experienced mom, so they know something's up.
Sula's being transported to a new habitat on the other side of the zoo. Here she'll be joined by a young cousin for companionship.
Sula will miss her mom, definitely, but it's a natural process and Sula will be fine. And Mei Jin has got Sosu for company and we'll make sure that she's fine.
With his daughter Sula gone, babirusa super stud Sosu is renewing his efforts to win female Mei Jin's affection.
He knows exactly what to do.
Before long, it's as if they've never been apart.
They've bred together so many times and they know each other so well. I think they're the perfect couple. I don't know if she'll even get pregnant, but I think it's a shame not to breed from them as a pair. They're fantastic together. She's a really good mom and I'd really like to see her have more piglets.
With 11 piglets under his belt, Sosu's done his fair share to ensure the future of his species. But despite his age, this Casanova is still a long way from retirement.
Oh, he's definitely still going. Yeah, he's our breeding male, and yeah, he's definitely still going.